But that is such a soothing and nice voice, you know, the kind of voice that is just very nice on your ears. Nice. Yeah, I said nice like 20 times now. Let's go. Lundy here. Oh, my voice cracked. Damn. Let's do that one again. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lundy, I'm a huge BTS ARMY and I'm currently trying to get to know EXO. If you want to watch my entire journey in getting to know EXO from the very beginning, I suggest you start right up here. That's a playlist with all my EXO videos so far, and then you'll just catch right up with me here when you're done. If you don't want to watch all of these other videos as well, or if you already have seen them, great, let's get going. Alright, so for today's reaction, I thought I'm going to be taking a deeper look into one of the members of EXO individually. As you probably know, I recently watched a guide on EXO, so I've got a little bit of an idea of who's who right now, but I've just kind of seen all of their faces once now and I've heard all of their names. But with most of them, I'm not really at the point yet where I could pick them out in a crowd or anything like that. So I thought it would probably be a good idea to watch some solo stuff and just kind of really concentrate on one member at a time. So as for today, I thought I'm gonna be checking out a solo. You guys have given me a bunch of suggestions of which solo projects and OSTs and covers and whatever I could be watching, so I had a really hard time picking something out, but one name that I came across a lot in there is Candy, which is the solo of, I think, Baekhyun. I'm so sorry if I just absolutely butchered that name. I tried to say it the way that the robot in the guide said it, but I'm pretty sure the robot in the guide also probably didn't say it correct, so yeah, this means that today I'm going to be having my very first look at one of the EXO-Member solos. I'm super excited for this. I always find it extra interesting to see these solo projects of group members because you can kind of see them a bit better in there, because of course in a group project there's usually so many creative minds behind a song, whereas in a solo project you can usually kind of see the creative direction that that actual member goes in way better. And yeah, I'm really excited to really get a first look at one of their solo works and kind of get a better understanding of this member and hopefully soon all the other members as well. So yeah, I would say let's go. Alright, this actually turns out to be a pretty recent track. For some reason, I was not expecting that. When I saw so many people requesting it, I kind of automatically assumed that it would be one of these, you know, fandom babies that everyone has already known forever and that everyone is really fond of. But this actually turns out is a very recent track. How exciting. I'm not super late for once. Yay! Before we're gonna go into the actual reaction, I'm just quickly gonna voice my expectations that I have when I hear the title Candy, because I just always personally like looking back at my own reactions and kind of see what I had expected when I first heard a title and what it ended up being. So yeah, when I hear the title Candy, I'm actually thinking of something really poppy and radio friendly for some reason. I'm not really sure where this is coming from, probably because candy is something really sweet. But the thing is, and I cannot say this for sure because my EXO knowledge is very limited at this moment, but with Baekhyun, I always kind of I'm messing up his name every single time I'm trying to say it. For some reason, I'm really trying to make Young out of it, just kind of like with Taeyong, instead of doing a Hyun. Whatever, I'm gonna learn the more often I say it. But anyways, with my very limited knowledge of EXO so far, I kind of had the feeling that he was going more for the more dramatic parts in the music so far. This, of course, could totally be a decision that's coming from the agency and isn't actually his style. So I'm pretty excited to see if this is going to be as poppy as the title sounds, if it's going to be as dramatic as the feeling that I've gotten from the EXO releases so far, that I'm kind of connecting with him, or if it's going to be something completely else. Because for me, the most interesting part about seeing solo releases from group members is how different their own creative vision for themselves is from kind of the role that they have in a group. So yeah, quite interested in seeing how this is gonna go. Let's go. I just quickly have to throw in here, that is such a nice voice. I feel like I haven't really appreciated his voice enough so far, because I'm always kind of hanging on to the deep voices in EXO. But that is such a soothing and nice voice, you know, the kind of voice that is just very nice on your ears. Nice. Yeah, I said nice like 20 times now. Let's go. That's really funny. Like, the video is kind of actually giving off the vibe that I expected from the song, but the song is a lot slower and more soothing than I expected it to be, because as said, Candy just always gives me this super poppy bubblegum kind of vibe. So this is nice. It's extremely chill. I'm really wondering where the song is gonna go from here. If it's gonna end up being a bit, I don't want to say harder because I don't expect it to be hard, but more energetic in a way. If it stays at this pace, it might actually be too slow for me because I'm usually more the type for a bit faster songs, but it's really soothing so far. All right, let's go a bit back so I'm not missing anything. And also the fashion is really cool. I could probably never wear this kind of thing, but it looks really good on him. The posters of himself in the back. It's really interesting how quick the dance is, because the song feels still so soothing that it kind of seems wrong to me how fast they're dancing, but it does actually fit the beat. It's just that his voice has this so soothing and relaxing undertone to it that it kind of feels wrong to me to see them dance so fast, even though it totally fits the beat. That's so interesting. Ooh, let's go back there a second. Nice. A more technical aspect here, I'm actually really enjoying what they're doing with the video. They're having it in a couple of different formats. They're having it on like 69 a couple of times and it actually goes up to full screen and goes back down and goes back up. It's really fun because it's so fluid that it doesn't seem strange in any way. It really fits and it kind of gives more emotion to the video, and I like that. For any of you guys that haven't heard it yet in one of my other videos, I used to go to film school, so I always kind of look at the more technical aspects in videos as well, if it's something that just kind of sticks out to me. Sorry, I didn't pause for any particular reason other than my face was itching and I didn't want to scratch while watching. Let's continue, I'm sorry. He has such nice control over his voice. You can really hear it nicely in here because he's almost talking, but then he really goes into the singing, goes up and down again. Sounds very good and very effortlessly, but totally in control. Okay, I quickly have to go back to there as well. That was so well made. I love that choice, that when he does that high note, the format slowly changes to full screen again, kind of with his note. The way that they filmed and edited this video emphasizes his vocals even more, and I really appreciate that. They really thought about that before. That strawberry bubblegum kind of just sticks with me. It's probably just because it's the part that I can understand the best as someone who doesn't speak Korean. I don't know. I'm really enjoying that little line there. All right, let me quickly pause right here, and what will I say about this? I did enjoy the last 30-ish seconds the most. About, yeah, exactly. Around here, I'm starting to really enjoy it. I will have to say, with all due respect, and I totally don't mean any offense with that, this song, for me personally, is too slow. With these kind of songs, it's very hard for me to like them on the first listen. Like, I usually have to listen to them pretty often, and even not actively listening to them, but kind of have to hear them in the background of a video or have to hear them on the radio so that they kind of, like, you know, go into my unconsciousness or underconsciousness, and my brain just kind of decides to memorize the rhythm and the melody and kind of the lyrics as much as I can understand them, so that the next time it comes on, I'm actually kind of starting to sing along in my head, and then I will start to slowly like it. But nothing really grabbed me here. I will absolutely say he has an amazing voice, and he did a lot of things with his voice in here that I really appreciated. He went a lot deeper than I expected him to. Like, in a lot of the EXO songs, I didn't hear him going that deep. So I really liked how he showcased the color of his voice a bit more and what he can do with it. That was really nice to see. But the song was just not the type of song that I would put on my playlist and want to listen to again after this. I feel like it's the kind of song that I will encounter again in a couple of weeks, forgetting already that it exists, and then it's just gonna come up again and I'm gonna be like, hey, I remember this from somewhere. This is actually good. It's not the kind of song that strikes me straight. It's the kind of song that I will probably have to listen to a couple more times and grow to like it. But yeah, for my actual conclusion, let's go into the big screen. Alright, so first things first here, and that's probably the most important part, especially for me being a BTS ARMY reacting to this song. There's often people in the comments that kind of just expect me to criticize things just so I criticize. So I want to emphasize, I have liked all of the EXO songs that I've listened to so far, and it's not that I dislike this song, it's just that it didn't grab me. It's just that it's not the kind of song that I would want to actively seek out and listen to again. It's just that in the end, every person has their own tastes, and this one just didn't really hit mine. I said a couple of times before already that I'm usually more into high energy and more hard-hitting songs. I can appreciate slower songs as well, but but for me, this one was just kind of in between. Like, I really enjoyed the last couple of seconds where there was this really nice background beat going, but for me, it was lacking a bit of energy, but it also wasn't, I don't know, I don't want to say dramatic enough, but usually the slower songs that I like are ballads that are kind of like nostalgic or sad or anything of the sort. But this was neither a slow and sad or nostalgic or dramatic or whatever song, but it was also not a high energy, poppy, hard-hitting song. It was kind of in between, and I feel like I just don't really have a knack for this kind of songs, if you get what I mean. I really like the technical aspect of the video. For example, as I pointed out, I think a couple of times during the reaction, I liked how they changed the format up a couple of times and kind of kept things moving. I like the lighting a lot, and it really fit the song because the song kind of has energy but isn't quite all out there, and that very low lighting but colorful lighting really fit that. It had this really chill atmosphere, and I also felt like this song was really chill, so I really liked that aspect of it. I really enjoyed the vocals, and I have to say this guy has a very nice voice, and I really enjoyed hearing a little bit of his deeper range. I think I haven't really heard that in the EXO releases so far. Yeah, it was all good. I don't really have any critique in this way. There wasn't really anything I actively disliked about this. It's just that I can't really say I liked it either. It's like I'm very neutral in a way, if that makes any sense at all. And I just again want to emphasize that this is said in the most respectful way. I don't mean any harm, but it's just that this song didn't really fit my taste well. It's just not a match with me, if you know what I mean. I really enjoyed seeing something new though, and kind of getting more of a first look into one of the members individually, and kind of getting more used to the individual voices and the faces, even though I have to say he kind of looked different here again than in the guide. I felt like I was already better at telling him apart, but I think he just had less heavy eyeliner in here than I saw him wearing in the guide. That's probably it, I'm not sure. But yeah, while this song wasn't really my cup of tea, and that's fine, I'm really excited to see the other releases that he has, because I remember that for him actually I saw like 2 or 3 different songs that people recommended, so maybe some of the others are going to be more of my taste. And of course I'm also really excited in seeing the other solo releases of the other members, as well as the subunit releases, so I'm sure we're gonna find something that hits my taste again as well. Thank you guys so much for recommending this song to me anyways. I always enjoy listening to what you guys listen to and kind of, you know, getting a bit deeper into this, so thank you so much for sharing your favorites with me. I hope it was interesting and enjoyable for you anyways, even though it was not my most enthusiastic reaction ever. Thank you guys so much for spending a time with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!